copy the link and set this up.
Do I not need to look into that camera?
I mean, you can do whatever you want right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce and or open up and say hello to everybody and welcome back to Thought Bubble Podcast with us. It's of course. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, it's the producer and of course Anthony. And then yeah, I'm just gonna go send this to certain people. But yeah, you wanna open up today? I know we're gonna talk about entertainment, TV shows, gaming. I want to talk a little bit about gaming and my habits that I've been joining into again. And you, yeah, go for it, brother.
So right now, let's see here. I've yeah, I guess I have I have a new hobby, I guess now. I guess you could call it. Originally, it was just working out by myself, but now I'm working out with Finn and John, as we know. And I would say the things I've taught them, they have made progress. I think it's been I've trained them, and they've both been making progress. I'm proud of John. He's been really trying hard to keep the weight off. And I've been giving him tips and tricks on how to still indulge, but also keep like indulge in a healthy way. Because there's a lot of things you can substitute in something that's bad for you to make it healthy, so you can still enjoy those things. But I've been telling them like, hey, look, like for example, if you have to go to Wendy's one day, even out with your family, don't get such a large meal. Get something smaller. Order the small or the medium, not the large meal.
Dark Knight says, "What's up?" Say what's up, brother.
What's up, brother?
No, I meant to say what's up. Yeah, sure. What's up, brother? Whatever.
No, yeah, it's been actually pretty great. I have to say, like, especially at work has gotten way better. I feel like for me, but with just I'm so impressed with my pupils or my I don't know what to call them. Yeah, pupils. That I'm helping out. They've made progress. They've shown that they can do what it takes. Because I do give them some form of homework to prove that they're actually doing anything. Because you can't see results if you just go once a week.
Yeah.
So with the homework day, I just say, hey, do exactly what we did together the day we met up, and then the next day we meet up, we'll do lower body or upper body, whatever we left off on. And that seems to be working. They're both happy. They both enjoy it. And also, I've noticed now that they've both told me they're like I need to burn off some energy, or I need to get this burnt out. And I was like, a workout's so they're already noticing that this is a very healthy habit for them to do, and it's a great way to relieve your stress and your anger because you can use that for fuel for your workout. I know they're wanting to jump ahead, so I keep telling them, I was like, look, you'll get to that point. You just have to focus on the basics so you don't hurt yourself. And then once you get the basics down, then if you want to, because there's workouts where I'll practically just zone everything out and just go full on, not even just don't even realize I'm working out, and by the time I'm done, it's like, damn, yeah, I had a lot of anger that week, or whatever was going on. But with them, they're starting to realize that it's a healthy habit, and that's good, and I want them to continue. And they've even gone as far as like, they've like even John, he was going to cancel, but then he didn't, and he's like, well, I really wanted to work out today, and I said, so don't cancel them. I don't know why you're calling me.
And that always is something good to see
R- right.
when a lazy person is not lazy because they know they can do it. That's a great thing.
Right. Yes, that
Yeah.
is. And I was really surprised with how he handled that, and with Finn, like he's been showing he's been putting on gains really quickly. Like hell, I guess his mom noticed him after a while, and she was like, "Oh, you put on muscle." He's like, "Yeah, I've been working out with Ben," and I'm like, "Well,
I haven't seen him lately. Yeah.
yeah, his
Have you? I mean, has he weighed himself? Have you like checked
we
him?
we haven't weighed in yet, but I've just been keeping up with his training and his
I know
form.
it's like
Eh,
fairly new still.
Right, and there is some days where we work out where I catch him doing the thumb thing when you're doing lat pull downs, and I go, dude, you can't do that. You're going to activate your bicep. You're not going to activate your lats. And so I think for them, for right now, I do have to do that finger thing. I know it's awkward where I take my pointer fingers, I rest them right behind your lats. So when you're doing the movement, I should feel your lats contract and pop out a little bit, feel that contraction. And so I do that, and I can tell without even having to look at their thumbs. I'll be like, nope, you got to move your thumbs. There you go. And then I asked them afterwards, I said, do you feel your lats more or your biceps more? And they go, my lats. I said, that's what you're trying to target. So, and they're asking more questions now. Before they were just awkward, and then once I feel like they warmed up, then it was like, I got this question, this question. I was like, I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to show you. You just got to learn. And it's even gotten farther than that. Like now when we hang out, it's like, I don't know. I feel like we're closer, as just we're becoming closer friends. And it's like when we hang out after we work out, we're both on a happier level, if that makes sense. And so
No, that definitely makes sense. So, yeah, no, I've definitely noticed, like, first of all, I haven't seen their results. I don't, like, I don't see them all the time, but I see what it does for you. And I haven't even said this to you before, but why not on the podcast? But, like, you you've been given a purpose. Does that make sense? Like, you really, like,
no,
this.
I've noticed I've noticed that with Finn and John. Like just I know that what I'm doing is right because they're learning, they're growing. I'm helping them. Like, they want to change their body, they just don't know how to, or they want to become healthier. And I've noticed that it's gone beyond that to where it's like I'm almost like a mentor now. Only mainly I mentor you by torturing you in the gym, but obviously same effect. But it's so refreshing when you come back from a workout and then you just hang out with them because they're so much happier. Like I noticed they go for, like, I can tell when I first meet them in the car, when we first go work out, I can tell they're frustrated. We work out and then afterwards they're like, oh, they're happy, they're good to hang out. Like hell, John and I had a 2 hour conversation at Wendy's. Usually once we're done eating, we leave. Like just little stuff like that. And then if we want to go do something together, we plan it, we go. And like I'm happy that they pay me back in whatever way they feel like. I appreciate that, but I never asked for that. It was just like, okay, I just want to help you. And then it grew to like now we just help each other.
So back to my point is, like I said, I definitely see how it's been affecting you, and it's definitely something that's really good for you because now that you've established you know when they tell you the first thing you got to do is, and when you wake up, metaphorically, is make your bed, clean your room, so to say, and it really it isn't a metaphor. It's establish a baseline of I have my own shit under control. And then when you do, good people like you, like me, want to share that feeling with others. But you can't do that until you establish your own clean room. You finally have established your own clean room. And now you get to share that with your friends. Because they don't listen to me, but they listen to you hardcore. And that must feel, no, really, I mean, it must feel really good to know that, like, not only are you helping them, but they're taking that knowledge. They're not just doing it, they want to continue doing it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, I've noticed that too. Like ever since we took off, now it's like John doesn't even want to cancel. Finn's always like, "Hey, I worked out twice this week before we met." I was like, "Oh, that's really good." Like he did cardio and then he did his homework day or whatever, but he does extra stuff. And I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Just ease up on the cardio a little bit, but you'll sounds like you're doing pretty well." And he's like, "Yeah." And it's just I hope John does that too and he takes the extra steps forward and but at least he's been doing his homework. I've noticed a difference. He's changed. I believe he's changed his diet, but I think what I'm going to do for him is I'm going to say, give me a journal of everything you eat within a week.
I'm sorry, even I gotta switch the camera on this one, but come on, John. Yeah,
But
pause it. There's no way John changed his diet. That man lives, breathes, eats, drinks, shits, pisses pizza. The day I met him, he was so kind to throw in the towel and say, "Oh, because what did I do? I mentioned I was hungry," and he's like, "All right, I'm buying multiple pizzas for everyone."
yeah, he bought each one of us a large pizza and
Yeah.
breadsticks. I was like, thank you, but I'm gonna have a lot of leftovers. Like,
So
yeah,
Mike. So yeah. So that was like my first impression of him, and I was like, well, that's very kind of him. Like I told him no, and then, like I told you, my rule is if I ask you to, if I say are you sure and you still say yes, I'm not gonna feel guilty if you go for it. Like fine, all right, thank you, I do appreciate, but um. But the pizza thing, man, come on, that was not even one time thing. Then there was I don't know how many times that motherfucker has bought us all pizza, man. It's easily 4 at my house, and then you can add the numbers to whatever you've dealt with on your own. So 4 here. What about you? You can unmute your mic, by the way.
I think 4 other times just with him. But
Outside of this house.
yeah,
That dude is addicted to pizza, man.
so since I noticed he has a little issue with pizza, um, whenever we're done with our workout, I encourage him. I said, "Look, we're gonna go out like you would, but we're not gonna get pizza. We're gonna get something else." And so, when we go out, we will have something else, and I'll be like, "Hey, instead of getting the beef, get the chicken. Get the get the leaner meat. Get the healthier meat, or something that's not just full of fat. Is gonna make you feel bad." And I go, even me, I enjoy fries, I enjoy tater tots, whatever with my food, but I get my side as a smaller portion because I know I'm gonna mainly eat the burger or whatever I'm eating. So it's like you might as well get a smaller side instead
You
of
sure
getting.
you just don't want to? You ever think about just making a nutrition podcast? Like really? Like you seem to navigate toward that. You could literally use this studio, come out on Wednesdays on your own day out, like you know what I mean, with no obligation. I will sit here and listen to you. You can invite Finn and other person, John,
Mhm.
Pizza Man, over and totally do this, dude. Like I
Yeah.
would totally add a segment to my channel where it's just because you clearly have a lot to talk about. You want to turn your fucking mic off, but you clearly want to praise them and tell them how great they're doing, and they deserve to know it. Why not fucking sit here? We have an hour a week where you guys come home after working out on Wednesdays or whatever, and we just talk about nutrition because I have the background in it. You have the background in it. They could use the knowledge. Maybe they'll finally listen. Well, John listens to me. Finn won't listen to me. He doesn't like me. That's fine. He's scared of me. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm not threatening. I mean, I'm not. But
He's a gentle soul.
Exactly. He's a very delicate person, and I understand that totally. But no, I love him to death, though. It's just like, come on, man. I'm not gonna hurt you, and I love you, yeah.
Right.
But
I mean,
no, we
right.
could totally do that. Just. I'm sure anyone listening to this, what do you guys think? If you hear this part, I think, look, this guy clearly wants to talk. Hang on, let's put the camera on me so you see these beautiful hazel eyes. This guy clearly wants to discuss. Yeah, look at that camera. I can't wait to fix all this. But he does. He has a lot to say about personal training and what he wants to do to help people and what he is doing to help people currently. I've given up on my. No, that's not true. I told you I picked up the weights last night, but mine. It's
You notice when you adjusted your form ever so slightly, you could
Yeah.
actually feel the muscle you're working.
No, that is very true. Yeah, no one ever taught me. Hit your mic. But yeah, no one ever even Coach Wade, represent Coach Wade. But Miramani High School, the football coach who did our weight training, and then I did nutrition in college and CrossFit and cross country in high school. But all he did was say for lats, just raise up, just make sure it's below your shoulder. Just raise up.
That doesn't even work out your lats. That works out your shoulder. Your lats are back here.
All right, nutrition. Hold up. Just put yourself on pause for a second there, Chief. So anyway, I think what we should do is for fun. It doesn't have to be every week, but when you do want the fan on. Okay. All right.
It's getting hot in here.
I love that I switched the camera right when you said that. No, man, I think that'd be fun. Like, whenever they're over, you have my full permission. I'll set it up for you. I don't even need to be a part of it. I'll just set it up. You sit here, you fucking take over. I think you name it, whatever you know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, just something to consider. Like, you have a lot to say specifically about nutrition and diabetes, both health related. And that's not like mental health, that's physical health. And I mean, I'd love to be a part of it, and I know they would. And you know what? It would reaffirm every week how far they've come. Because you don't just say it, you say it to me. On your free time, you tell me how good they're doing. And they deserve to know that.
Well, a prime example of this, Finn, as soon as we started working out, he decided to get HelloFresh. Like,
what the hell does that mean?
They send
Did
me.
you just say Hello Fresh?
Yeah, they send like nutritional meals to you,
Oh,
and then
okay,
and then you
One
cook
of
them.
those programs.
Yeah, and then you cook them yourself, and you have like a
And he's a good cook, apparently.
yeah. Oh,
So
dude,
fuck it, he's
so
good.
all the food we had the chicken bolognese, which was from HelloFresh, and then we had steak. I've never
Is
had.
that a red sauce?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never had steak before. Oh
You've
my!
never had steak
Oh,
before?
until then, yeah. Oh my god, dude, it was perfectly marinated. I go, it's good, but do you have barbecue sauce? That would just,
You're gonna get
take.
in trouble if you say that.
Hold on. I said, just take the. It would just be the icing on the cake. He goes, yeah, I got barbecue sauce. He goes, I always eat barbecue with my steak.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love it with barbecue sauce. That was perfect, dude. Did you just see what you just I got it on camera too. It was on you totally accidentally that was awesome. No, that was smooth, dude. That was smooth criminal. Dun, 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 dun. No, so the last time I had an actual steak, and we're not counting Chipotle or anything that says steak tacos or anything like that, or steak burger, Steak Shack. No, fuck all that shit. Last time I had an actual steak was 2005. And I only know that because it was junior year and I was looking at colleges with my dad, and he took me to University of Texas, the Longhorns, right?
Right.
Yeah. I had the hat and everything. It was the only, what do you call it, baseball cap that looked good on me, like with the bill and all that shit. Like, I don't look good in hats, and I only do this because my hair gets in my eyes. But and it's nice on the ears. It's warm. New environment, not California weather. But anyway, point is, we went there and we went to a steakhouse, and this waiter comes up and he's like, okay, so you want filet mignon? Because I didn't know what the fuck to order. And I was like, Dad, I only know what, people get filet mignon. Apparently it's expensive. Is it good? I don't know. Oh, yeah, you should try that. Go ahead. And he goes, well, how do you like it cooked? And I said, well done. And my dad and the cook, or waiter, gave me this really disgusted look. And I mean, I know there's like a culture behind like eating steak. I had no idea. But like, here's the other thing though. To this day, even though it's culturally inappropriate, which doesn't make any sense, you should be able to eat your food however you want to eat your food. Right. I love barbecue sauce with red meat, man. Oh, absolutely. And Thousand Island dressing, or as Burger King calls it, zesty sauce. Yep. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so wait, what?
All right, hold up. Let's get back here. Pause it real quick. So let's get back to so like today, I don't know. We're kind of, I would say let's start with Well, the title of the fucking episode. We want to talk. We've been away for a while, and there's a lot of shit that's been going on. And look, I'll just start with this, man. I've just been busy with work. That's where my mind's been. And yeah, go ahead.
I've been like mentally exhausted.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just the fact that I'm finally accepting that I'm like, on my own, away from, my parents officially. Like, it's almost 2 months now, surprisingly. Um, and it's just like,
March 1st, right?
yeah, March 1st.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, it's been almost 2 months, and it's like
April
I've
went by.
oh, like really quick. But it's just I'm realizing there's a lot of stuff that is just not like everything's on me now. You know what I mean? And it's just like, um, it's just getting to know that feeling because like there's some days where it's like, oh yeah, I've got nothing to do, sweet, and then there's days when I have stuff. I'm like, fuck, I got to do A, B, C, D. I got to get this done. I got to get that done. And then but it's like once I do it, it's like okay, I'm good to go. But I think mainly the mental exhaustion has been from work, just because how we kind of changed our game a little bit.
And I'm definitely willing
Yeah.
to talk about that as long as we keep it vague. So, no using work terms. I do want to talk about that, but go ahead, continue.
So, with that, it's just like it's kind of a shock to your system because you're so used to doing things this way, the pattern, and now the pattern's changed, and then it's like, okay, well, what do I do for the same time? It's like it's more work, more money, but it's a little bit more work than what I think I'm used to, and so it's going to take a bit, but I'm noticing it's been paying off, but it's just like getting used to the new way of things, and overcoming that change. But in terms of just general life, like my schedule's been working out great. I've been able to do the things I need to, and it's just maybe it's just the monotony of things right now. Like I'm getting set into a schedule, everything's kind of the same. But I think right now I'm really just waiting for that summertime to open up, and then I probably will barely be here, be on my bike riding around all day in the warm sun.
Dude, that's so. I was. Let me actually punch it. Grazie, grazie. So actually, I wanted to say I was actually surprised. Um, when today we had no. First of all, I totally agree. Like they changed the system on us, and I guess I understand it. In a call center, it is a constantly changing environment. That's why the turnover is very high. That's why people are constantly coming going. Some people can't handle it because they can't understand people or interact with people who are hostile or confused or without getting offensive. Just people are people, and people need to understand everyone's fucking different. But a lot of people can't understand that, and that's okay. But that just means this isn't the job for them. But yeah, they throw us curveballs with script changing and things that I love that they fucking talk to us about empathy and shit like that.
And you have to say the actual,
And then you
statement
fake and
for it to count.
stage
Yeah.
entire statements that. And so when we had our most recent training, I talked to our trainer, and she goes, "Yeah, I understand." Because I didn't start I didn't usually. I am the one that starts the shit. You know it. But like, not shit. I don't start shit. I just bring up good points, and they acknowledge it. But no one else will, so someone's got to do it. And and so I told her, I was like, I said, I don't know, I can't remember who said it, but someone else said exactly what I was thinking. And I said, listen, Miss Trainer, because I won't use her name, but she's awesome, by the way. Mrs. Trainer, yeah, Miss T. Mrs. T. Yeah. A night elf mohawk. You probably don't even get that joke. Mr. T was in advertisements for World of Warcraft back when it first came out. And he goes, my name's Mr. T, and I'm a night elf mohawk. And they go, there's no such thing as a night elf mohawk. And he goes, yeah, there is now, or something like that.
That one commercial where he goes, Mr. T, Mr. T. I forget what it's for though.
You mean Mr. Clean?
No, it was Mr. T for something, but
Like the black dude with the chains? With the mohawk?
yeah, but this guy said Mr. T, Mr. T. I don't know.
I got nothing. Anyway,
Maybe in another timeline.
no, but they. Oh God, that's right. We're dead. Or in a different timeline. No. So I do think it's. When I told her, I straight up said to her, I agree with this other person that's saying that the script doesn't make sense and it's not. So I asked her the same thing that I asked you and my coach and a bunch of other people. Whatever this means. It means a bunch of other people. But I was like, okay, when was the last time you used the word accordingly or the phrase as such in a statement, sentence, question?
At work.
At work.
That's the only
it.
time I've used
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
All right. Stop fucking with your mic, dickhead. All right. So, no, whenever they throw us off, I mean, yeah, it takes a sec. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm glad. Yes, I've been exhausted. I haven't really talked to anyone except for you and like my mother in the last 2 weeks, really just because all I've been thinking about is how do we figure out the new work situation after they change the rules. But now that I've figured that out, because this will be week 2 in a row where I've easily made bonus. And it's like, all right, cool. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. No one's saying shit to me, so I feel good. Anyway, what about you? How do you feel?
I mean, I think right now it's kind of just iffy because like I've noticed it has slowed down, and sometimes it can be harder to do the thing that you need to do. But
Do the thing you need to do.
but besides that, I mean, it's been okay. It's been great in terms of like coaches, trying to bug you or
Can I ask you something?
sure.
All right, I got it. So, I keep an eye on the numbers like religiously. That's right. We just pulled a word from my dictionary. Religiously. REGULOUSLUSOLUSLOUSLY. It's a silent LOUSLOUS.
That was a silent.
It's totally a bunch of silence.
Yeah, that was silent.
Oh, that was silent but deadly though. I see.
I think
We're on the. That's great because I was on the room camera, so they got to see your silent but deadly, but not hear it. And I'm probably gonna smell it and die. So,
Well, oops. It's sucked in by the pillow. You're good.
so I had a customer actually, dude. I don't know, man. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I do see that the anxiety's gone from me.
Yeah.
The anxiety's gone, which really was driving my productivity down. And now that the anxiety's gone, and like I said, I know this sounds really like simplified, but it really is this simple. They are scared, uneducated, confused people who just want products. We are there to help them. I don't care if they're angry. So I'm not going to treat them hostile. Plus, they're over the phone. They can't do anything. My favorite still is, and we're going to get this. I think I get it maybe once every 3 weeks. It's my favorite because it really is my favorite. This is not sarcasm. My favorite rebuttal from customers is, fine, I'll take my business elsewhere. I guess I'm not, or I guess you don't want my money. And so I just, be ready on the mic. I'm totally ready to pass it to you because you clearly want to talk. Hang on. Because, dude, we are the most expensive, productive, caring company in our field.
Right.
So, fine. We don't need you. I don't want to deal with you. Goodbye. Go ahead.
Well, that old lady I told you about who was confused and I was trying to help, she said that exact same
Yep.
thing. Even though
Maybe I was talking
even
to her.
even though I knew we couldn't do it, that's why I was trying to help her transfer. But she's like, "Do you even want my business?" Yada yada yada. And I go, "Yes, we do, but unfortunately, I can't. We can't.
don't
Yeah,
specialize.
right.
We
Or
do not.
well, I said we can't help you, and so, but
You
who?
should change to we don't specialize.
Yeah, well, yeah, we
Yeah.
don't specialize. However,
Yeah.
you know, I can send you over to our parent company, and it was just like,
Yeah.
she
Hey,
said
pause it
that,
real
and
quick,
yeah,
pause it real quick. So let me say this. I know you probably don't do this given your like it would be too much for you right now to go the extra mile. I'm at that point where I am comfortable. So when they completely have no idea who we are and what we do, I've legitimately gotten to the point where I am totally okay with spending 15 minutes just explaining to them what they can. No, really, really, really. What they can do, not what we cannot do,
right. I mean,
but what they are able to do. So I will walk them through. I'm not shitting you. I'm sure you've walked by my bedroom telling them how to get on Google and explain the near me code. Like you put near me in Google, it's gonna pull up where you know. And then I'll tell no man, I do it by choice. I don't need to. I'm telling you, that's I live off of that. You see what I'm saying? That's my purpose here. I don't care if dude, I hit bonus almost every fucking week. I'm okay with taking 10 minutes out of my time to help an old lady get not confused. That's where I'm at in my life. And I understand I was there before where I was frustrated, upset, like confused, scared, nervous, and then it left me and it left me with money.
Now I just laugh at the fact that it's like sometimes just dumb stuff.
But see, you shouldn't view it that way.
Well,
That's
no,
what
it's-
I'm trying to teach you every day.
So
You keep saying dumb and stupid
well,
and annoying.
yeah, but I'm
and-
saying it in a joking way. Like I
but
don't.
It's not joking. And
I-
you know that.
So I guess after the situation, instead
Maybe
of
after, maybe after.
instead of being
But
upset,
during,
No, during,
that's
no.
when it's important.
right? During, I don't do that. I
No,
help.
during it annoys you is what I'm saying. After it's
No,
funny.
not anymore.
Yes.
It's just it's funny. Because okay,
then-
hold on. Let me finish.
That's my
You're
sentence.
not letting me finish, so I can't get my point across. After the situation, I laugh at it. I'm not like upset about it or anything. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I spent 10 to 15 minutes talking to this person. Do I want to do that? No. Am I upset about it? No. It's just I find it funny that I had to do that for someone.
But
And that's it.
That's not true, and you know it. Pause it. Just pause it. Look, Ben, it is always difficult when you helped me get over my shit. I didn't see it until you all slapped me in the face metaphorically. I'm telling you, you are affected by the negativity of our customers when they have it. I imagine you have no problem after the fact, but I imagine during, it irks you, meaning slightly irritates you.
Yeah.
But it builds up over time, and that turns into, sure, by the time you tell me, ow, my arm slipped and hit my elbow bone. My elbow bone? Something like, I'm not a doctor. My elbow. My elbow. My elbow bone. Elbow bone. No. I just, come on, man. Like, I can't be wrong about this because I see it all the time. Maybe it bothers you while you do it. And then by the time you tell me about it, maybe it's funny, but it's still in the back of your mind, builds up, and it does bother you.
I mean,
Go ahead.
mainly because like I'm focused on trying to get, you know,
The numbers.
Yeah,
The
the numbers.
goddamn I know
Right.
that's where I was.
right. And I mean, it's like, you know, I want to help him, but at the same time, it's like there
You
was
gotta focus
right,
on you.
right. Like there was days where I had to explain to like literally 3 dumb people. I hate to say this, but Oh, but they were,
they're
but
not dumb,
right.
they're uneducated and
But
confused.
these three uneducated people, I had to repeat the same thing like 5 times and tell them in
Or
different.
stubborn.
Right,
We
like
can add stubborn to
like
that mix.
each level, I either had to dumb it down or like translate
Sure.
it and deliver it in a way to where they'd understand. And then when you're done doing that, and then you're like, oh, I finally have lunch. Do I have any sets? Oh, one. But you had 3 calls. Like there was one day, literally in the morning, when I could have power dialed and gotten a bunch of calls, 3 calls in a row. They were all transfer, and help, and this and that, and it was just like.
Let's see. All right, pause it real quick. That's what I'm saying right there. Is that didn't sound, and now it's recorded. So if you ever want to listen, this is exactly what I was talking about. You say it's not complaining per se. So if you want to use a different word, I would say that
It's venting. Like I'm not
venting. That's a good word.
I'm
venting.
not complaining about it. It's just like.
But
Yeah,
that means it bothers you. And I want you to get, this is what all I'm saying, like every time I tell you, like I tell you the same thing every fucking time. I'll tell you the same thing now. I want so badly for you to get to the point wherever I'm at where you don't even need to vent anymore. Because it's just not even a thought in your head. But you're right when it means that it really comes down to the numbers. Once you figure out, but where do you have an issue? You beat me to the punch with call criteria. Sorry for you don't know what we're talking about, but he is still beating me at following the script to verbatim. Like even if it doesn't sound human, he's got it done. 96%. Me?
97.5.
97.5. My percentage. My mistake. I'm at 93 points. Actually, I haven't checked. But anyway, who cares? 93 points something. Point is, what the fuck else are you worried about? You're getting enough fucking actual appointments demoed. Yeah. So what are you worried about? I mean, your numbers are slightly lower than what they used to be, and that bothers me a little bit.
But it is slower though, so it's like.
Except I'm getting more numbers, so that's not an excuse. You have a better schedule than me, and I'm getting more money than you. So either mentally you've checked out or are not interested, or you need to reevaluate how you're making your money during each day. Remember when I spent all that time like doing that experiment to figure out the best way? There's a reason I asked you to do that with me, and now look at how much money I'm making. So I don't know what you're doing, but
Power dialing in the morning and then taking it easy after lunch.
I mean, I'm not just talking about the equation of scheduling how you call throughout your day. I'm saying, like I said, the one thing that my coach taught me that really stuck with me and I thought about it, take quality calls.
I mean, I guess I took 24 of them because I got 24 demos. But I mean, I've been taking more quality calls.
You wanna switch over?
I've noticed I've been taking more quality calls than I did because I was getting a lot of cancellations, like almost every day. Now it's like I'm getting more quality calls because it shows in my number of demos are going up.
Good.
Yeah.
So
it's steadily working
and you
up.
went up this week from last week and the week before,
Yeah.
which is good.
Right.
So I'm less worried
Yeah.
I'm less worried than I was. Like 2 weeks ago, it was Easter, right?
Yeah.
So we had one day where it was a paid day off, and it was like, all right, our numbers are gonna be lower. I don't agree with what they paid me, but I don't really care. But
We hit bonus that week, and then the week after I hit bonus, and that was the normal week.
exactly. And that was last week. Last week I got 31 demos. This week I'm either gonna get 30 or 31. You're stuck at 24, I believe.
Yeah.
So you didn't. So you almost hit bonus because I know they changed bonus, but only by one. But you're going up by 2 weeks, which is good. But I was worried because for a while I didn't know what was going on with you. But you got to understand, I look at those numbers every day religiously 4 times a day. 5 times if you include when I stay up late at night and I have nothing else to do and I want to see my numbers. And I check yours just to let you know. So I noticed patterns. You are now starting to go back up for the last 2 weeks. So are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just.
Like you're happy with your shit?
I mean, I'd like to get more demos, but everything.
No. I mean
But
your current situation,
oh,
like the job, the coach you have, the.
yeah. I mean, it's just some of it just is what it is, and it's just like
Is there anything you'd like to change? If you
Um,
could, if you
I
could
mean,
change
maybe
something.
yeah. I'd say less micromanaging
Okay.
coaches, but that's been happening too, where it's like they don't bother me as much. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, that's improved, but really, it's just every day. You kind of have to put your all into it, and there's some days where I'm just like, I can't do this. Like there's days where I'm just like, I don't I don't feel like going that extra mile. And I mean, does that affect my numbers? Sure, it can, but it's just
Look at
I try every day to give my all. It's just there's some days where I'm just like, no, like
what
can't do it.
what drives you to feel that way?
I think it's just my energy levels, like just naturally. Like there's just certain days where I'm just like I'm tired. Like I wake up, I do my 2 hours, to wake up. I'm still tired when I start work.
Really?
And then there's days where I'm like I'm tired for just those 2 hours and I'm wide awake and ready to slay the day, and then it's like that ends up being a good day. So I think because really, I mean, it's
So you're physically tired.
yeah, because it is like I say, how my back pain and knee pain affect me greatly. If there's a certain day where it hurts too much and
Is
I
that why
can't,
you go to coffee right away?
I always wake up with coffee and the mushrooms.
No, but that didn't answer my question. Is that why you go to coffee?
No, it just to wake me up.
That's what I literally just asked.
Oh, I thought you meant for something else. Yeah, it
No,
wakes
no,
me
I
up.
meant like, is that what gets you going? Like
Yeah.
moving?
Yeah, I have a cup of coffee with my breakfast, and then I have those mushrooms, and that just levels out.
So you need that. Shit, son. So you need that to feel normal each day, is what you're saying. Like essentially. Like
Not normal, just productive. Like I don't take it on my days off. I still feel normal. It's just to be productive at work. Because like today, I didn't have to drink a cup of coffee. I just decided to.
let me ask you this, all right. All right. What specifically changes? All right. So we're off today. And we got the Delta 10, we got uh blah blah blah. There we got whatever, the nicotine running through our blood. We got, I don't know, I got some fast food in me. So you don't seem unproductive today. You don't seem stupid or withdrawn. What changes when work strikes? See, I think it's psychological.
Oh no, I get when I take my mushrooms and my coffee, my lion's mane, all that stuff. I'm able to react faster. I have better memory recall when I'm at work. That's why I'm so good at the script. So like I can basically say like almost multiple paragraphs while I'm typing up here, but all the scripting is where down here. So like, just it helps me multitask more efficiently at work.
Which is funny because that's what the Delta does to me.
But I don't smoke weed or anything at work because
Well, that's what I'm saying. I have ADHD, so I need to slow down. It slows me down, it helps. You seem to need stimulants.
mhm.
So, Murder She Wrote. Let's see. Well, I do want to say that I miss Simon, RIP his computer, which will probably be gone for probably another 4 or 5 months. And then, yeah, I miss Eric. Shout out to Eric from college, Eric Diaz. I'd love to talk to him about TV shows today, but he's a busy man. He's a good man. But I hope that a friend of mine in Canada is doing the best she can do and be the best she can be. And I'm sorry, I gotta do this, man. We haven't talked in so long, and I don't know. I just think about the people that I give a fuck about. Fucking Francesca's up in an airplane right now. God knows where. Death trap somewhere. Go ahead.
But also, I think mainly because I've been tired is because.
Oh, good. Yeah, let's switch it back to you again.
Well, no, just something I realized. I think because I've been taking the remainder of my energy and putting it toward training Finn and John, because that's the only thing that's changed, and so that's why I'm like, I guess, more tired. But now that I'm used to what I'm doing, it's like, okay, I can handle this. Because at first I was like, well, exactly how much am I going to be able to handle? You know, with these two people that I decided to work on at the same time.
We need to get your
So
we need to get him his own podcast. No, go on. You want?
So
I talk about Marvel and shit, but no, you want to talk about you and your weight training? Like, go for it.
So because I've been doing that, I've been just more tired all the time because I'm redirecting.
Well, you're obviously you're exerting a shit ton more energy. So
right. But now that I'm getting used to it, it's like, okay, it doesn't really affect me that much. But I think there were some weeks when I first started, I was like, oh, this can be exhausting, just because usually I'm just used to going in, do what I do, and leave. Now it's like, I'm talking to them, I'm teaching them, I'm doing,
Okay.
But
hold on. Let me say something real quick. I want you to understand. So, congratulations, really, and I mean that, because remember when I told you earlier, you've literally taken on 2 pet projects with names called Finn and John. So, congratulations. That's wonderful, because that's going to build you up and build them up. But did you really think it wasn't a job? So you've seen how much effort that I put into this everything, this room that I put together and paid for and shit like that. You're not doing that in the same way, but you're doing the exact same thing. You're sharing your knowledge with other people. It's a job. Yeah. And that's why I said you gotta not treat them like letting, have pizza today, but don't worry about working out till later. No, man, you gotta show them that you earn what you get.
Right. And so,
Go ahead, your mic.
I did let that slide one time, but then afterwards I was like, wait, what am I doing? And so I felt like I was trying to make them comfortable, but then I noticed that one of my pupils decided to be like, oh, hey, how about instead of working out one day, we just watch a movie? And I go, no, we can work out and then go to a movie afterwards. And we can do both. And
I'm
then
going to eat ice cream after the podcast.
So,
how's that sound? But I can do it.
Well, what's weird is like I prefer a peanut butter sandwich. It's sweet enough.
All I can think about is that chocolatey deliciousness.
Dude, no, it's so weird. Like anytime I have a sugar craving, I just have a peanut butter sandwich, and I'm like,
that's a good way to go about it. Yeah. No, my sweet tooth goes straight to ice cream, and it's that one specific ice cream. Go ahead.
And I don't even use jelly on my peanut butter sandwich. It's just peanut butter.
It's peanut butter and bread.
Because I used to use jelly on my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but you know what? When you find out you're diabetic, you don't really want jelly anymore because it's extra shit. You gotta process.
Can now.
Yeah, I can. I choose not to this day because it's unnecessary sugar. You learn that, especially when you do it.
I think that's what.
For 5 years and you struggle with trying to keep your blood sugar perfect. Like holidays would be awful. Like I don't even like Thanksgiving anymore. I see it as a holiday of just picking out. I'm like, I don't want to do that. No, I'd rather just have a pumpkin pie and that'd be my.
I'll never understand when we get together. Like, I know I mentioned this to you before, and I know this is going to be a very unpopular concept, but the idea of holidays, first of all, let's face it, a lot of them are inaccurate. Most of them, almost all of them inaccurate. Most of them made up. And a lot of the times he's right. It is just about like the baseline should be about getting together with someone you care about for most of these holidays. For others, it's for like remembering people that we've lost, and that should be what it's about. But what it is turned into and what it stands for now is candy, gifts, money,
Pigging out.
pigging out.
Thanksgiving, you're like, that's the first thing they go to. Oh, we have to make the dinner. We got to spend all day cooking this gigantic feast. And then like everyone pigs out and everyone wants that feeling where, with the turkey and the tryptophan, which
Which is bullshit.
it does, if you just,
barely.
yeah, okay.
amount-
So what makes the tryptophan actually work is the fact that you eat carbs with it. If you just ate turkey, if let's say you just went, you ate that turkey,
You'd be
that was
fine.
it, you'd be fine.
Yep.
But as soon as you add carbs to that, you're just like,
Let me pause your fucking mic. I love that you're easy on the on button, but you're not too keen on the off button. It's all right. We'll get there. It's okay. I'm messing with you. It's okay to smile every now and then. We all know that you don't like to smile. I mean, you've seen my desktop background. It's your face. You realize every time I start a video game, I have to see your face when I start the game. I caught you looking at it one time. I minimized a game and you looked over at my desktop and I'm like, yeah, he just saw himself right there. So every day when I start a game, that's the face I see. However, every day I'm working, my TV show covers up your screen. My screen is almost covered up by notepad sticky notes. But my eye, like, hang on, I'm going to put it in the camera. It's like all you see is, yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah, like that. So look at this right here. All you see is this. And every time I look at that monitor, I think I'm looking at myself. I'm chickadee checking myself before I wreck myself. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like that hazel eye is staring back at me. That's my eye. Anyway. No, I was going to say, what the fuck was I going to say? Look, you know what, dude? We got to get you your own fucking podcast because you clearly have enough to talk about to fill up an audience. Find a name. We'll start it whenever you want to start it. But you want to talk about fucking entertainment? You want to have some fun, or you want to keep talking about how awesome you are as a weight trainer who kind of fucked up their diet a little bit?
you can have your cheat days.
I mean, you can, but you didn't see. That's what I'm saying. You let him have his cake and eat it too. You said yes, have pizza, but don't worry about working out today. You should have said,
Well, we still
work out today, and then you know what? You get whatever the fuck you want.
We should have done that, but
Little Orphan Andy, what's meta as fuck? He says it's.
But I still.
You're
like,
just living 40. Wait, what does that mean? Wait, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Go ahead.
So, we still rescheduled because I didn't let him off the hook completely. I could have been like, okay, yeah, see you next Wednesday. No, actually, what I did was I said, if you want to skip today, we have to reschedule for some day this week. And I made sure that,
No, stop. Pause your.
no, hold on. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying how I didn't, yeah.
You skipped a step.
Right.
You forgot to reschedule. Like if he was gonna go ahead and like, I understand. It's like, all right, you know what? Today we'll have pizza. Don't worry about. You did so well for the last couple of whatever sessions. Cool, but now enjoy your pizza. But that means that we gotta bust one out. Bust one out. We gotta work out, say this day, but let's do a little more on this day. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even need to add an extra day. I'm saying you literally just let him slip with his same eating habit that he's had since I've known him, which is pizza. Isn't there a commercial with a pizza?
That's Little Caesars.
Pizza. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, guys. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I should have done it better, but
you did fine. I'm not criticizing you. I mean, you know what I mean.
But I still made sure that he showed up on Friday and
Absolutely.
we worked out. because when he tried to cancel on Friday with I get this time was unexpected. Like this time was a really unexpected thing that happened because I knew he was down for it. We were talking before we were even going to work out. And then all of a sudden he called me and tried to cancel for he had to pick up someone in his family. But then when he was describing it to me, I was like, you could just make your little brother do it. And he's like, yeah, I could, but he doesn't want to do it. And I go, he's your little brother. He's going to have to do some things he doesn't want. You've already planned today. And he goes, good point. And then next thing you know, he fixed it and he was on time and ready to go. And I was proud of that because I get we had to reschedule because I let him slide that one day. And he probably knew I was going to be more upset with him because not only did we reschedule, but we had to almost cancel again. And it worked out fine in the end. But yes,
Hold up, I'm real quick because we have people here. I'm curious. So we were gonna jump into TV. Oh yeah, my camera's. Hello. We were going to jump into TV shows, movies, update each other on Marvel and DC. He's actually a little behind, and I want to catch him up. But he knows more about the animated series. But I would like to know, again, asking, what would you guys like to hear about? Because, yeah, our life has been pretty consumed with work lately. They've really redirected our scheduling, which was an easy change, or you just adapt to it and actually, I think we've both been making more money from it. Watching your productivity go up, I've definitely been making more money from it, but I'm okay with it, and I'm finally comfortable with it. But oh, what's up? Classic TV movies from the 70s to the 2000s. So TV movies from the 70s to the that's like before both of our times. I mean, I could go to Stargate. I could go to what's before. What did I watch that came? Oh shit! I'm switching to a less personal camera because I don't want y'all staring at me while I sit here and ponder this. Dude, I mean, I was kind of sheltered from TV when I was a kid. Like, my mom wouldn't let me. My dad always wanted me to watch everything, not Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Star Wars, everything. My mom said Star Wars would scare me. Granted, Jumanji did scare me. Don't ask. I have no idea. I ended up sleeping in my parents' bedroom for like a week after that movie. Yeah, shut up. No, but like my mom really did shelter me from like TV shows, movies, anything that had any swearing, any kind of sexuality or nudity or anything. Mork and Mindy. Why does that sound familiar? You know? Mork and Mindy. Mork and Mindy. Yeah, you might be a little young. Let me look that up. Hang on. I'm gonna mute my mic. Can you go and ramble about the TV shows you watched as a child? I'm gonna look up Mork and Mindy. Actually, I'm gonna look up TV shows between the 70s and the 2000s and see if I can fucking match anything.
God, let's see. Batman Beyond. I got a lot of animated Batman, and then
So I can't connect to
there
animated
was
Well, I did when I was a kid.
then there was Superman the animated series.
Dude, Batman the animated series was me and my
Yep,
my
I watched that too.
go-to show. Me and Nick Fleischman. Oh my god, we know that shit back to front.
And so now I'm rewatching Batman Beyond. Basically a lot of Justice League and a lot of DC stuff I watched when I was younger, and even the movies that came out. Gotta say, DC has sucked with some of their movies. Marvel has been on point for the majority of them. It's getting better, obviously, but now that they're merging, it should be interesting on how they both DC and Marvel fans, but we'll see how they pull through. Yeah, Teen Titans, Batman series. Oh gosh, what else?
All right, so Rick and Morty.
It was more than
Mork and
let's see, it was more than that,
Mindy.
but mainly just superhero shows and.
Oh
Oh yeah,
Morgan.
Ben
Hold up,
10.
hold up.
Wait,
Pause.
there was Ben 10.
Oh, here we go.
I collected all the action figures from all those different series series that came out. Um,
Yes, Batman
yeah,
the Animated Series is the gold standard. And Mork and Mindy, I just looked it up. My bad. Before my time. But I did watch Happy Days, me and my dad, totally. Uh, the Fonz. Hey,
yeah.
your mic. The Fonz, all that. And then the spinoff with Robin Williams being the alien. And then there was a third one. What was it? Choni and or fuck. I can't remember, but I didn't watch that one at all. Mork and Mindy, I didn't watch when it was out or on like, what do you call it? Nick at Night. If it was on Nick at Night, never heard of it until I was older. Watched a bunch of it on YouTube when I was older. Tried to watch some episodes. I don't do sitcoms personally. Anything with a laugh reel, you're basically telling me, hey, this should be funny. You should be laughing. Why am I looking at the microphone again? You should be laughing right now. Like, I don't understand that concept. One that only got away with that maybe would be Friends, but that's because the girlfriend I was dating at the time back in early college was obsessed with Friends. But Friends is a good show, obviously. You can't deny it of that. Anything with a laugh reel, it turns me off immediately. But I will acknowledge, yeah, anyway, and he says, I watched a lot of Nick at Night when we were at Willowwood. Caught me up a lot of our parents' generation shows. Yeah, that's true, because they had shit. See, Ben, when we were kids.
Did you ever have, what was that kid? It was a kid show,
You want to turn your mic on?
so it was this kid show, and it was, they were like all in this like treehouse, and
Yeah, and they were
They
like
were-
a secret organization.
yeah.
or something.
What was it called?
I don't know.
Hold on, it's
But they like protected the world, but they
were, like,
were
Right.
little kids.
Kids Next Door.
Kids Next Door.
Yep. We
Oh my god.
I watched that. There was
Okay.
old Spider-Man cartoons, like the old one with Iceman, and then that fire chick, and then Spider-Man.
You mentioned Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was that show with Spider-Man, Iceman. And-
you said we watched Spider-Man with Iceman, Fire Chick, and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
You know,
whatever.
Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2.
It was Spider-Man, that fire chick,
Oh, come on,
and
man,
then
the meme.
Iceman. Oh wait, no, that was the Amazing Spider-Man. Yep. And then there was the other Spider-Man where it was, just him in New York, and there was that, like the Kingpin was in there,
Oh,
Venom was in there for that card. Well, not for the Iceman, Fire Chick, and Spider-Man. I'm talking about. I forget her name. No, it was not that. It wasn't Starfire. It was It was Firestar, I think. Her power was just you had fire, ice, and Spider-Man. So like, that was the powers you have.
Fire Girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
man.
But having a team with Iceman or a guy with ice and a girl with heat, and then in the show you end up noticing that they like each other. Obviously, they're hinting on it. And it's like, how the fuck is that going to work out? You've got a guy with ice powers and a girl with fire powers, and you're gonna, I don't know. But
What character is Fire Bitch? What did you call her? Fire Bitch? What the fuck?
No,
did you call her?
I said fire chick.
Fire Chick. Who is Fire Chick?
I think it was Firestar.
You're telling me that DC has Starfire, and you're trying to convince me that Marvel has Firestar. He's looking it up. I don't know, man. I mean, I would buy it. I mean, honestly, like at this point, we have Captain Marvel and then We got everything. Who gives a shit at this point? I wouldn't be surprised if Marvel came out with like Captain DC. Why not? I mean, fuck it. Who cares? Apparently, there's no rules to anything anymore. Who cares? I don't know. But here's while he's doing his little fucking research. It's like the first time I've ever seen him research anything before. It's pretty impressive. All right. So this is what I wanted to point out is I have been noticing because I keep up with the live stream shit for Marvel and DC. But DC Firestar. So yeah. Like I said, I wasn't surprised that it would be called that. Yeah.
Yeah, Firestar.
Fire. So we have Starfire. No. What's the Titan's name? Starfire, right? Yeah. So we have Starfire in DC, and we have Firestar in Marvel. There you go.
I guess Firestar. It just says
No rules. See, I told you.
she's a mutant with
You
power
want-
to control fire. So she's basically like the female version.
She's
of fire.
ice. Yeah, she's Icicle Man Boy
Because then you have
with
you have X-Men,
fire.
You have
Gotcha.
X-Men, which is DC, and they have.
I'm well aware how.
Or
Yeah.
they have. You have X-Men with DC, and you have Pyro who has the same power, but yeah. So it's like, oh yeah, because then they did those parody ones too, where they'd have like one character in Marvel do this, and then the other character in DC did this, but a different name, different person. Like so, yeah. Like so, like some of the heroes actually are pretty much the same character, just different person. Like Hawkeye and Green Arrow.
Couldn't we say the same thing about Black Adam and the Atom, or not the Atom? Sorry, no. Turn your mic off for a second.
Black Adam and Captain Marvel.
No, turn your mic. No.
Not Captain
just
Marvel.
Stop for a second. Jesus Christ. See, I'm telling you. You want to call it onset adult ADHD? Fine. But that's some ADHD right there. Like, literally, it's like slapping a child's wrist every 5 seconds. But it's okay. No, I was going to say, there's some... What was... Adam Warlock. So we have Adam Warlock in Marvel, and then we have the Black Adam in DC, and I'm fairly certain they're pretty similar as far as powers. They're both kind of like Superman, I think. But then again, I don't know a lot about Adam Warlock. I know he... Go ahead if you know shit. Yeah.
I think he's more magical than he is like an actual mutant.
Because I don't know what they're gonna
Right.
do in the movie because it looks like he was created by the Nova Corps or Corp or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, that's right, because they even had
In the movie, I don't know shit about him though.
because then they had a movie with those gold-faced people, and they had this pod, and they're like, "What's in there?" And they're a weapon, Adam Warlock.
Adam, yeah.
Yeah.
So we know that. No. You're good. We know that Adam Warlock's gonna be introduced. But here's what I was gonna say earlier. And by the way, Andy, if you're still here, you're right. By the way, as far as catching up with the TV shows that our parents watched, or at least even their parents watched.
Oh, He-Man, that was a big one. He-Man.
Okay.
My dad even had like Battle Cat and He-Man himself, like action figure. I had Castle Grayskull, like the actual. This thing would just fold out. This thing would just fold out, and you would have, like, you would see the entire inside of the castle. It had like the trap door, and then I think at one point I actually had Grayskull and He-Man together, but then I think I lost Grayskull. But I had that castle for so long. That was my dad's old action figures.
So that was even before my time, I'd say. He-Man, I mean, fine. My uncle and aunt had a bunch of action figures with He-Man and the Skeletor. Is that what Skeletor? Yeah. With the purple. Yeah, I was like sitting there, like, wait a minute. Grayskull. Great. Isn't Grayskull Game of Thrones? Who gives a shit? Anyway. When I was watching Nick at Night, it was I Love Lucy kind of shit.
Yeah.
And Gilligan's Island. What's the dolphin? Flipper?
Called It was like Finn or
Flipper.
something. I think it was,
Flipper.
Was it called
It's
Flipper?
Flipper.
Okay.
Motherfucker, put your goddamn mic on. I'm gonna slap you. This is not fucking. Do that. I'm gonna put the camera on you. Go ahead, do that again, please. All right, and what is the first state developed in the United States? You don't know? No. Oh, buddy. All right, here, I got you covered. Ready? Delaware. I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, I'm sticking with Delaware. Okay, I'll give you an easy one because the buzzer's fun. Ooh, this could be fun. We could do this. Ooh, I love trivia. Come on, man. Oh, give me a question. Give me a question. Let's see. No, I'm putting the camera on you. You ask me a question. Do it. Just do it. Shut up and do it. Just come on. Camera's on you. Put your microphone on. Do it. Give me the most ridiculous. You know the answer. You give me the you know the answer. You give me the ridiculous question. Let's do this shit. Microphone on, buddy. Microphone on. All right, I'll let you. All right, here, we'll put on the room camera for a second. This is going to be fun. I just saw this spot. I'm like, fuck it. This will be. I always wanted trivia night. I always talk to Francesca about trivia. She gets to go to trivia night whenever the fuck she wants with whoever the fucking airplane motherfucker. I mean, she does get benefits for flying on an airplane all the time for a living, but God, I would never do that for a living. Too terrifying. You ready to go? I want to get this camera set up right. All right, I'm ready for the question, sir.
What are our primary planets in our solar system, and what are our secondary planets in our solar system?
All right. So I believe we're down to 8 or 9. I'm going to go with 8. I believe we're down to 8, correct? Primary planets, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So Earth, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus. Oh, good Lord. I got to start over because I'm going to forget what I was saying. What's closest? Actually, I don't know it by that because I'm geographically challenged. I like this question, though. And I didn't know about secondary planets. I'm not sure if you mean like moons or.
So it's based off the order of the planets closest to the sun. I remember in like.
What do you mean secondary planets? So just you mean the total of the 8?
Yeah. So our teacher, when we learned about the planets when we were really young, she goes, "These are your primary planets, and they were the planets closest to the sun, up to a certain number."
You want to turn your mic on or
Yeah,
talk to no one?
So she had this thing where she was like, identify the
You want to put the mic in front of the camera or talk to no?
So she said about the primary planets and the secondary planets, you would go up to a certain number. I don't remember how many, but you would, so like from the planets closest to the sun to I think maybe like 4 or 5, that would be the primary. And I think the 5th planet was like she considered it primary because she has, or no, 4 was because that's the middle number. So she was like from 1 to 4 that's primary, and then 5 to whatever it was secondary. But then after that, I guess it changed, and then there was different numbers in different in different sections. So like, because I remember for that one question, I literally had a cheat code with me. I had a small piece of paper in my hand with the different numbers, and I just wrote down the list of numbers for primary and secondary. And even though we had those little folders for our tests, I just looked around, did the test. When I got to that question, waited for the teacher to walk around, I just looked down and wrote down the numbers.
All right. So I got 6 of them, and I'm embarrassed that I'm missing 2, but lay it on me. So I got Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Mars, Earth, and that's 6.
So you named the secondary one, yeah, and then you're getting.
And then the sun is a star, so we have the star, we have Pluto, which is no longer a planet, but
It was 9 at the time, so Pluto was included.
okay, so
Yeah.
Pluto, fine. So now I've never heard of secondary planets, so it might be a
Yeah,
generational
that's just what she called it.
difference of definition.
When she could have just.
But
been
I
like,
know I clearly am missing planets. Saturn, did I mention Saturn? I believe I did.
Saturn, you have Mercury.
No,
No, wait.
I don't think I mentioned
Yeah,
Mercury.
no, you didn't.
So Mercury, Pluto, Neptune, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Earth, and we're missing one more then. I didn't have Mercury,
Yeah.
and that's the blue one. That's itty, a little itty bitty,
So
but
that's
not.
8.
But then you said there's 9.
Yeah.
Hey Google,
It's going to tell you what it is currently.
what are the planets in our solar system? It said solar system.
Our sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and 3 others.
Neptune. I think we forgot Neptune. Is that the one we forgot?
Neptune.
No, I'm not sure because it's not showing up. Hang on. It says It's not being very pleasant. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Yeah, we forgot Neptune and Mercury.
Yeah.
Okay, and Pluto's
Yeah,
gone. Pluto's gone.
Pluto's gone.
Okay, no, I like that question. All right, my turn. You liking this game? Come on, it's fun. No?
No, I don't like it.
You don't like to learn.
I was just doing it because you're like,
You don't like to learn.
no, sadly not. Not right now in my current state of mind.
Well, fuck, I was having fun. All right, fine, let's talk about fucking Marvel and DC. All right, look, this is what I was going to say real quick to start off the conversation about Marvel. Well, really, DC is I keep up strongly with the live action Marvel and DC TV shows. And Marvel's already gotten their shit under wraps. They understand that they've already gotten the multiverse underway and they've expanded to the point where they're more organized and they're not going to get in any kind of binds because they've already established a multiverse where, hey, guess what? Anything can happen. And that's smart. That's not lazy writing. No, you stop, Mr. ADHD. I'm talking right now. This is my ADHD. You stop it. No. I'm not even on the right camera to see your annoyance. All right, I'm keeping an eye on you. Now they can see you. Fuck off. Fuck. Did you just fart?
No. You just made that sound that you went,
No, I didn't.
I didn't make it.
That wasn't me.
I didn't fart.
I definitely did. I didn't fart. if ever sounding guilty, did you make that noise? I didn't fart.
I didn't fart.
We were talking about a noise for a second there, and then I didn't fart. Anyway, dude, if it was me, I'd just straight up say, "Oh yeah, it was totally me."
Well, yeah, you know me.
I've been farting all day. What are you talking about?
Well, you know me in the middle of podcast, I'll be like,
You heard him, kind of. Anyway, no. So DC, on the other hand, so they got, wow, holy shit. Let's go down the rundown, both. Yeah. So, Stargirl canceled. Good show. A little off the beaten path, but good show, not bad. Canceled. Swamp Thing, never watched it, but it was a part of Titans, Doom Patrol, all 3 of which canceled, but I understand why. And it's all ending with Titans as far as the DC, what do you call it, streaming service. I think it's called the DC, I don't care, because it's gone now. It doesn't, no. Maybe, whatever the streaming service is called.
oh, no, it's just called DC.
That's called gone. That's what it's called now.
Just DC.
Well, it's gone. It's gone now. That's what I'm saying. I am updating you.
Oh, okay.
So it's gone. Oh, whoops! I just punched the mic like Dr. Drew
a lot of the DC
Deuce.
stuff has been showing up on HBO Max.
Well, here's the thing. That's all done. So the last episode I caught up with, the most recent one with Titans, which is the only show still, well, that and The Flash, as far as DC goes, live action, that I can think of off the top of my head. But they both have introduced the concept of the multiverse and that everything outside of their own TV show exists. So Titans says acknowledged, The Flash exists, and Swamp Thing and Doom Patrol, and like you were like worried about Cyborg. Well, Cyborg and Beast Boy are going to be in the next episode together because boom, that's how they meet apparently in this universe. And Beast Boy is able to see that, you know, the old Supermans exist, the Batmans exist, everything exists. So DC, through the Flash and Titans and the Arrowverse, really, the Crisis on Infinite Earths really set that up originally, is that they're rebooting just like Marvel did, but they're doing it a little rougher. But they are canceling everything that we have related to DC right now. This is the last season of Titans, last season of Flash. We're done with Supergirl. We're done. I think we're done with Supergirl. We've been done with Legends of Tomorrow. We're done with there's so many other ones. I mean, they're all in there. Were all great shows. You know what I mean? It's great to see it come to live action. And now I want to bring it to you because I cannot personally empathize with a cartoon. So I'm curious why. I'll hang on, Andy. Pluto is a dwarf planet. Oh, that's right.
You're
They
right.
labeled it a dwarf planet. That's
But
right.
But then they're like, it's not a planet.
Yeah, well, they can all go fuck themselves. Pluto exists. You know, it's not a moon, so it's something. So go fuck yourself. Give it credit where credit's due. If you're gonna fucking name it, you might as well give it something. I'll call in and play. See? All right. Sorry. You go ahead and talk about the animated, why I should get into animated Marvel or DC. I've already seen enough, so.
Not necessarily the Marvel.
But we're about to do trivia whether you want to or not. Sorry, man. The fans are asking for it. And I'm going to call Andy when you're done telling me what I have to really pee really bad. But I want you to tell them about what you've been watching. I'll be listening from over there. And then I want you to tell me why I should watch it. Because I want to.
Okay.
I do know. Like, I legitimately want to. Michael told me I should. You tell me I should. Eric tells me I've had people over and over again tell me I should. I have trouble empathizing with cartoons. That's why I watch TV shows, because I understand where they're coming from. How do I understand where a drawing is coming from? Anyway, I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's just me. I'm weird. Anyway, I'm going to switch it over to you, and you got to fix your very... I got you, buddy. Hey, actually, now you're just beautiful and hairy. All right. Lay it on me.
So, like with Justice League, I know that's a very popular show, but it basically just has Superman, the original Batman, then you have Wonder Woman, Flash, John Jones, you know, the Martian Manhunter, the guy who can shapeshift, telepath, you know, that alien dude, and then Hawkgirl and Green Lantern. They're like the original 7. So then they have a 3-season where it's, you know, all about each character, you know, how they form the Justice League, and then Justice League Unlimited is builds on that, where they have like a bunch of random heroes from all over the world join up, and then they have like a big army of super powered heroes to go help out and stuff, and then they expand across the universe where they end up helping like aliens on alien planets or other ships or whatever in space. But it's a great show because it still takes the stuff about DC, but it's just, I think it's better because it's almost like it's more exciting with cartoons because you have, you know, more color saturation. You have
less of limitations.
yeah, right. Less of
Yeah.
limitations because you can make anything happen just by drawing it.
Hey, we can make this blow up.
Now, you know, if there is, like, I've seen other versions of Justice League or other versions of Batman or whatever, and you look at the animation and you're like, oh, that's weird. Like, they made him maybe too skinny than he was or too big than he's supposed to be. And so sometimes if they don't narrow the ratios right,
And that's
or
not how he sounds.
right, and they make him sound weird, you're just kind of like, oh, you're kind of turned off from it because it's not the same. But then again, with animation, they can have multiple shows with Batman in it because they're all different,
Well, and you know what? You make a good point here. I'll tell you this. One thing, like like I said, me and my buddy Nick, like we still talk about. I have a clip saved on my phone that I made years ago. It's my favorites. It took me ages to find the clip. I had to go through episode after episode of Batman the Animated Series to find this clip, but I have it saved on my phone, and it's the Joker sitting just smiling like sinisterly while he goes through this conveyor belt or like this like, and he's distributing like this gas, whatever. Point is, the way they did the lighting, like
Now you sound like Sluggy Duggy.
but I know what I'm talking
Right,
about.
right.
There's a difference. I know how to talk about film. That motherfucker just pretends to know how to talk about film.
I love the lighting.
No, but I did. No, I'm dead serious. If I have it, I'm pretty fucking sure I have it saved on. It could be on my old phone, and that means it's gone forever. No, it's never gone forever. It's somewhere. But yeah, okay, I'll have to find it at some point. But the way that it just made the Joker look so sinister on a fucking cartoon, and yeah, it was really terrifyingly impressive. Anyway, go ahead and finish up, and I'm gonna see if I can get Little Orphan Andy.
and
on the
also
phone.
with having it animated too, they did a lot like where they had multiple Green Lanterns. So like, so they had John, and then you had Kyle Rayner.
Well,
and
they had
then,
voice actors.
yeah. Well, no, I'm saying they had all those different Green Lanterns, all
See, I don't know shit about
all
the
from
Green
Earth,
Lantern.
because
I don't know anything about
because originally it's supposed to be one, either Hal Jordan or
I know Hal Jordan.
or John.
Is he the black dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
John
Kyle.
Cena. No, I'm just kidding.
No, and then Kyle.
No.
And then Kyle Rayner,
Was
who's
that a smile, Ben?
let's see, Kyle Rayner came after. I think John. Yeah, but they had different Green Lanterns all from Earth. When usually you just have one at a time. He dies, the ring goes somewhere else, and you have a new Green Lantern.
All right.
But they had a small part in that. Because it was due to time travel. But they time traveled, and then the timeline was all fucked up.
It's
and
almost trivia time.
They had.
You're gonna have fun, Ben.
And then they had different Green Lanterns switch in and out. And then they had a brief time where Kyle Rayner and John were like. Kyle Rayner was on Oa. He was taking care of the Guardians, and then John was on Earth. But they're both from Earth, so they could swap back and forth if they wanted to. So they did something like that, but
All right. It's time to get interactive, son.
no.
Yes. Hell yes. It's time. Put your mic on mute, my brother.
Hey, this is Andy.
Hello. Is this Little Orphan Andy?
Hey, this is Little Orphan Andy. How you guys doing?
We're pleasant.
Present
I
and
caught the
coming.
tail end of trivia, and I love trivia.
Dude.
And I saw you were talking about
He
planets.
he refuses to talk about trivia, and I always wanted to do trivia, and I always talk to Francesca about doing and she gets to go and do trivia whenever she wants because she flies an airplane and goes wherever she the fuck. So, all right, so here's what I thought would be fun. I just came up with it on the spot. Like, if I know the answer and I think it's obscure or ridiculous, let me ask you, and if you don't know, I'll get to teach you something obscure and ridiculous. Doesn't that like why? And then I asked him, "Do you want to learn?" And he says, "I don't want to learn right now."
I do like the twist. It's like we're getting something out of it. We're at least
Yeah.
learning something if we don't know it.
Yeah. So, all right. So,
I'm down.
all right. We're gonna both. I have it on the room camera right now, and I know there's a delay in the podcast itself, so you can't really see us. We'll play by the honor system. I'm gonna turn my mic off, and then whoever can try to answer first, which means he'll probably try to be lazy and just skip out and opt out on it. But I want you to do your best.
And I have, just for the record, So
Oh,
all I'm
okay.
hearing is through the phone.
No, that's perfect. All right. So, I'm ready. So actually, wait. So actually, no, I can't mute my mic because then they can't hear you talk about what the fuck the question is. How about you just start the question? I'll mute the mic. We'll figure it out.
Sounds good.
All right. Ready when you are.
Oh, you want me to read the question?
Oh, whatever trivia. Well, do you want us to start? I can start. You can start. He could start.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
All right.
Give me 1 sec here. Okay, I'm gonna have one in.
Wait, are you
All right,
typing
you
it
guys
or just
ready?
you realize that you're being in the microphone? Like they hear you. You could just say the question.
What is the most common surname in the United States? So last name.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna sit here and think. The last name, the most common. Okay. Beep. I'm going with beep. I guess we'll do it that way. I'm gonna go with Smith. If I'm wrong, don't tell me. We'll let him guess.
All right.
In the United States. No. Yeah, it's Smith or Johnson. I'm gonna go with Smith.
All right. Answer.
Yeah, and he has an answer too. He has an answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Johnson too.
He was
Like,
gonna.
yeah, I
Okay,
was
so
gonna say
I'm
the other
going.
one.
I'm going with Smith. He's going with Johnson.
Okay, I've got you. Let me know when you guys are ready.
We're
Here
ready.
we go. You guys are both got number 1 and 2. How about that?
Hey, my last name before I was adopted was Johnson, and it's like all I see when people call us. But Smith, I mean, come on, John Smith. Okay, wait, really? So we both got 1 and 2. What's number 1 and what's number 2?
Smith comes in at number 1 with 2,442,977, and Johnson is right below it with 1.9 million.
Dude, I can't believe that. That's crazy. We both got basically the right answer. But let's go on the record and say that I won.
Bonus.
Oh!
Any guess on number 3?
Ooh. What Karens do we know? I mean, like, I'm thinking of what's common first names. All right, John. No, like, I don't know. Morgan's a common name, but that would be later on. No. So Smith, Johnson. It's got to be something English, right?
Yeah.
It's English and Welsh.
It's
Yeah, but
English.
yes.
It's English and Welsh. Fuck. Well, it's not fuck. I hope not. I haven't met them yet. I'd like to, but let's see. Third one. So
TikTok.
wait. Okay, wait. Can we ask how many letters is it?
Sure, it is 8 letters.
8 letters. It's a longer name. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna run out of time on this one. Yeah, lay it on us.
It's Williams.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that, but I mean, yeah, it's we should have thought about first names being last names, like how common that is. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't have. I never would have guessed that ever. Nah, I would have never guessed that. Okay. All right. So since I got first place, I'll lay the next one down for both of you, and I'll make it easy. Okay. Oh, this is too easy. No, you'll both know the answer. Okay. Fuck. No, you know what? I don't have any. Does anyone have anything right now? I'm actually going to think about this because random trivia is hella fun.
It sure is.
Like, I'm trying to think of physics questions, like why light bends certain ways or some crazy ass shit, just like, why do I know this? Who cares? Oh, here's a trivia question for everybody. No, that's rude. No, I was gonna say, how many chairs has Benjamin built on his own? But how did it feel? Don't you put 2 fingers up. You've only built 1 chair on your own. I built your other chair for you, you dick. But
I have
don't
two
you?
chairs.
Yeah, you have 2 chairs. Yeah. No, I mean,
My
like,
roommate's building a desk, and it is horrible.
you know what? Wait, what? What'd you say?
My roommate's currently building a desk, and it's taken up the whole living room, and it was supposed to be done last week.
How does a desk take up an entire living room?
It's one of those big standing ones where you go up or down.
Is he an artist or an engineer or
No. She's a she,
she?
and she's not very handy.
Ooh, I see.
And I'm too lazy to step in, but pretty soon I'm gonna have to.
Is it interfering in your personal space?
Slightly.
Well, then
but,
you have, yeah. I mean, like I was gonna say, if it's not affecting you, just let her fail. But I mean, if it's affecting you, then yeah, just help her out.
All right, I'll take that advice.
I mean, no, man, like do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, if it's not affecting you, then let her learn. I'm dead serious. Ben had to learn how to fucking do shit on his own when he moved in here. I mean, it's just like let her. How old is she?
My age, our age.
Oh, okay.
Mid-30s, early mid-30s.
Well, then it's time for her to learn
yeah.
a little bit. I mean,
All right, I have a trivia question.
All right, finally, here we go. Let's do it.
That one's actually too easy.
Say it anyway. I'll even let Ben start. Just in case.
Okay. This one's way too
I know
easy, but here we
stupid trivia.
go. Here we go.
He's
In
sleeping.
which movie was the iconic DeLorean originally introduced?
Oh, DeLorean. Oh,
Mike. Please, come on.
But Back to the Future.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
He got it. Back to the
Nice,
future.
okay.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, wait. Top of that, how fast did they have to drive to go through time, baby? Come on, man. Come on. I was born in this year.
Good hint.
Yep, right. Good hint.
so
Come on.
1,988.
1,988. That was his guess. 1,988. His guess.
That's fast.
88. It's 88. It's 80. No, in fairness, logically, that was a solid answer. I told you it was the year I was born, and I was born in 1988.
Yeah,
I did not imply
right.
that maybe a car cannot drive 1,988 miles an hour. But, I mean, you saw the movie. You should know.
I've got another one.
All right, let's do it. See,
All
this
right.
is fun, right? You're not having
No.
fun. You're
I'm
not.
sticking to movies, 'cause you know I like movies.
All right.
How long did Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas take to produce?
No one cares.
Uh,
Wait, I don't care.
Wait, you mean like?
Yeah, what does that mean? You're gonna have to verify the question for us.
Like, how long did it take them to do all the stop motion, like animation, I guess?
Yeah,
like
see,
film?
that's actually something I don't
know,
think
20
either of.
24 hours.
Okay,
Like,
no.
honestly,
Here,
like,
I mean, if I were to give, that's a good point. Okay, he says 24 hours, but that's a good point. What if the answer is actually shorter than you would think it is? So what if it is
Well,
like,
think about stop motion. They have to move it.
yeah, every
time,
single frame.
every scene, every frame.
So I'm gonna say it was longer than a normal movie, but I don't know the normal production time of. I don't know. So you're gonna have to give me that one.
All right, so Nightmare Before Christmas took just over 3 years to make,
Okay. So yeah, even with no.
which is long.
Yeah, a long time with no fucking human beings, every frame being redesigned, redeveloped. So for whatever reason, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the producer is not pleased with trivia.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
roll, I
he.
gotta do
Yeah, no, I appreciated it, but like he said, it's just something he doesn't do. So we're gonna head out.
Call me off the air and we can play some.
Oh hell yeah! This is a fun game that I just made up. Random fucking trivia for no reason.com.
All right, good talking to you guys.
You-
Thanks for having me. Ben,
Definitely.
Anthony?
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. You too.
Have a good
Yeah.
one.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, bye. I don't know, man. Trivia is, I don't know, it's just fun. It's just like, because either you know it or you learn something.
Yeah. But it's just
No one can hear you, by the way.
But I never got into it. Like it was just like, okay, trivia. It's like I mean, it was probably more fun when I was younger, but after
Even if it's something like that you can apply, or just like,
or it's probably just not the right day to do it today. That's all. Like it's just I'm kind of burnt out from today.
well, no, anyway, so I was going to say real quick, mute your mouth. I was going to say, yeah, so where we left off with Titans, Flash, all that shit, I mean, they're shutting down shop. The or the stream service is gone, or going to be gone. But they've opened up. So the way I see it is, the TV show The Flash, the TV show Titans, and the movie that's going to come out, The Flash, is redefining. That's how they're going to reset.
They're gonna have two different Flashes. They're gonna have the one from the show The Flash, and then the other one from the Justice League Flash.
So I'm not sure if what's his name, Grant something, or the dude from the TV show. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the movie. I don't know. I think he said no, he's not down. But they've already acknowledged through the TV show when they met in the TV show that all the universe exists. What I'm saying is definitively DC is shutting down shop and reestablishing itself after the fact. This is the last season of The Flash. Every other show is canceled. It's done. It's over. The Black Adam, The Rock, not coming back. Probably not going to see that Shazam. Probably not going to see anything. All gone. All recast. They're doing I don't know if it's called a soft or hard reboot. I don't remember it. No, I'm serious. Those are the definitions. I don't remember which is which. Soft sounds appropriate, but I have no fucking clue.
Sounds like a hard
Can't
reboot.
remember. I can't remember.
It sounds like a hard
Well,
reboot if they're
wouldn't hard reboot mean you're completely wiping everything clean? You're not
Yeah.
here though. Here,
Yeah, that's
you're
true.
keeping they're being smart about it. They're like, this exists, they all exist, but we're finally introducing the multiverse, which was already introduced in the comics and all this in the cartoons and this and that. I think it's called a soft reboot. But anyway, they're doing the right thing because they didn't have the grasp that Marvel had. Marvel had it under wraps a lot earlier. They were on top of it better than Marvel or DC was, and that's okay. But I'm excited to see where the Elseworld series goes, which is like Joker. I was telling you, Suicide Squad. They're gonna have a live action TV show with all the actors that were in the movie.
Yeah.
So that like Idris Elba, the girl, the hot chick that plays Harley Quinn. She is gorgeous. And then John Cena, of course, is Peacemaker.
Yep.
And some other people I can't remember. But it's been a while since I saw the movies. But Peacemaker I actually just finished. I thought that was hilarious. It was good though. Tick was canceled. I know I don't think that's DC or Marvel, but
Aren't they gonna do a Blue Beetle one too?
what's a Blue Beetle?
He's in.
Your mic, dude. No one can hear you.
Blue Beetle. He's in DC.
Tell me
he's-
more about him. I don't know shit
He's
about
so basically this piece of alien technology fell
him. Your
from
mic is right in the camera again, Chief.
fell from this alien planet or was sent to Earth, and this kid ended up getting this technology or what it's called scarab attached to his back, and then it grows like this metal armor. So he's like, he can make different weapons too. So he can make like laser pistols and machine guns, like certain things, or like he has these big fists he can grow and he can punch things, and then the suit does other stuff, like it'll translate other languages from different species of aliens. And then also the suit has a voice, like its own like consciousness, which talks to them, and like they kind of have to deal with each other in order for the suit to
Kind
work.
of like Venom,
Kind
but
of,
not symbiotic.
yeah. It's not, well, no, actually, in a small part, because the
So
scarab,
it's
the scarab, yeah,
biologically linked.
yeah,
to it?
because what happened was when it got onto his back, it fused to everything. So it's fused to his
Ah.
spinal column.
Did they
all
need
the,
each other to live?
I think for the thing to be active, yeah.
Then
For the
it's symbiotic.
yeah.
Yep.
And then like yeah, it was because the suit's main design was to protect the wearer at all
There you
times.
go. Because it needed it to survive, I assume.
I think it was
Some-
like
or something like
somehow
that.
siphoning off his own energy to stay running, because it's connected to all of his. It would be running off of either it had a nuclear power source or it was running off of his nervous system. But I think it was that.
I really wish you liked trivia. I can't find any trivia people, man. And my fucking
Well,
best
if-
friend who's always flying in an airplane
Like
loves
if I
trivia,
like if
and
I
I
had
can't
my
play it with
if
her.
I had my questions prepped.
But that
and, like,
takes
I
the
knew-
fun out of the game. Like that was, come on, man, spontaneous, random, dumbass trivia. Fine. Do you want organized trivia?
Well, at least like everyone has a certain number of questions that you know, so that way, like you could have the answers and you just read them off. Like it doesn't have to be too organized.
If
it
I asked you,
it could still be random trivia. It's just random for you.
if I asked you to set up a plan for an activity, not a conversation, but an activity that we could have fun with, whether it be just you and me, or I would say start with just you and me, because we can at least guarantee we are here, unless one of us is dead. It'd be me. But the point is, think about that for, I don't know, I feel like we should make this into something more interactive. Because he wanted to do trivia with us. Now imagine what else we could fucking have fun with. I'm just saying.
There's an electronic version of Cards Against Humanity, but it's called something else. And so like,
Wait, you mean it's literally called something else?
well, no, it's just it has a different name. And so you can have it on your phone or your iPad or whatever, or different electronic device. You can play against people all around the world. So it's like, and I think there's a function where you can find players if you know their username, and link up and play Cards Against Humanity or a version of it online. So it's like we could have people playing virtually.
All I'm saying is we may have stumbled upon something that might be really fun to do each week when people are, having fun with us. And
We got to do something like that again, because
I miss, you mean like the Cards Against, yeah,
because
like,
we
yeah.
haven't done it in a while, and
No one can hear you.
we haven't done it in a while, and I think that's Finn used that time to try to connect with everyone in the room, or John tried to use that time to connect with
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, tell them to come over and do it.
We just got to find a day that works for both of them. But
No, we know the days. They need to find the days.
yeah,
We have our days. They need to say, hey, yeah, we'll be down. But you got to ask them. That's where it
Right,
starts.
right.
And that's up to you. I can't do that.
yeah, it would depend on what they want to do, because usually the days that we lift are the days that they're off. So it's like we could incorporate that too, but I'm learning how much they can handle, because like I don't make the workout too intense. We're doing the same thing right now, and then it's like
what if you switch up? What if you start it with some, pause it real quick. Just a thought. And I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. But what if, because usually it's on what days? I want to say Tuesdays and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Tuesdays and Fridays, I'm off late. Well, fine. I may not be able to be a part of it. No, that's not true. No, 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 no. Okay. No, I'm just literally thinking right now. But what if I get off work? They've already recuperated from the day. Now Fridays wouldn't work. It's too
Yeah,
late.
we could do Tuesday.
Tuesdays I'm off at what?
8.
8. And I'd be okay with that. So you could do a whole fucking like hour segment of talking about, or however long, talking with them, telling me and them how you think they're doing and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Really like going into like the classroom shit and explaining to people who's listening like, "Hey, welcome to whatever we're naming this, but here's what we're doing for Mr. Scrawny and Mr. Fat." Think about it. You have two test subjects that are perfect for a podcast of your own.
They're on opposite.
They're on opposite sides of the spectrum. One's tiny as shit and lanky and tall. The other's short and obese and disgusting with his eating habits. I think that's the best way to put it. Pizza, 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 man. Pizza, pizza.
If only it was healthy, but it's
Right, I know. I mean, if pizza could be healthy,
Well, you can make it.
and it never works
But,
out the
yeah,
way
it's
you
not
want
the
it to.
same.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the same.
And even healthy, or sorry, even normal pizza. When I say digest, I mean metaphorically, but when you really digest pizza and taste it, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I will never order a pizza for myself ever again.
We had
Now, if I'm
we had pizza so much at home, like with like my parents, because it was easy to make.
hands in your face, I mean,
It got to the
camera.
it got to the point to where it got to the point to where it was just you get sick of it because it's like, yeah, you can have different toppings, but it's the same goddamn thing every time.
Well, it's the grease factor.
Well, right, that too, and then also certain brands of pizza would have, so some of them would be too greasy, some of them would be perfect, some of them would be like, what is this? Or it gets old real quick.
So, as far as John, though, like, really, the pizza factors, I mean, I can't see, you lost me. All right, what were we talking about? Because I was trying to wrap this up with, your shit that you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, so you have two perfect test subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Scrawny, tall, short, fat. And you're working on both who seem to, well, one more than the other seems to be into it perfectly. So if we were to work together with all four of our schedules, it would have to be Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So after 8 p.m. So you would have to talk to them, figure out if that'd be okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because
Yeah, because we can always schedule our workout for a little bit later, and so that way when we start hanging out, it's like workout, eat, and then come here do the podcast or whatever. So we can make it work. It's just I'll have to see what they're willing to do, because you don't want to hang out too early and then end up being tired by the time it's showtime or whatever. So, but we can definitely move the schedule around to work for both of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not per se for like the podcast. Like the podcast cannot change, unfortunately. But I'm telling you, dude, I think I'll even make the channel for you under your email, or if you want to start it on here just to test run it, that's fine. Get me some viewers with your, workout routines and shit. Hey, man, I'm allowed to be selfish. It's my channel.
I mean, I could do that, but I'd have to have someone someone with me in the gym recording me.
No, I didn't mean like that.
But I'm saying
No,
that's-
if you wanted to ever do that, I would set up a channel for you. If you ever wanted to record in the gym, I'll set up a fucking channel for you. Or we could just pay Simon to do it for us. He can do it from his cell phone. That's why we pay him. Sorry, I pay him. Yeah. No, I mean, really, I could literally set that up for you. I'm dead serious. I could set that up for you in like 20 minutes and link it to your email, and it would all be named whatever you want to name it. And then whatever we record, instead of it recording on my YouTube channel, it would be this same thing, just so that you understand. You would be sitting right here, looking into what I see right now, which is me. But it would be you, just so you understand cameras.
Nah, it'd be you.
Just so you understand cameras, you know.
It'd be you.
Yeah, it'd be you, except for, just saying, a little shorter, a little muscular more than me, just saying. I'm a little more sunglassy. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, look at that. Come on, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that puff of smoke. Well, it's actually not. He said he's going to make himself disappear. I'm sorry, you're going to have to try that again because I didn't time that right. Also, you have to remember, like I keep telling you, your mic is not on, Chief. Here, let me show you how it's done. Let's see if I can do it. I know, I'm legit like wondering if I can. Then again, I have two. One's dying, one's not. I don't want to run away because I'd have to like twist, knock over my water bottle, run off, fall over the railing, and then die. So, yeah, I'm going to skip out.
And then you wake up back here, like, you just end up shifting time.
You realize that we're now going back to the conversation of, are we dead?
Yeah. I'm saying-
You realize that that's more terrifying than you actually think. You just said it as a joke, but you're freaking me out. See, these people, if they didn't watch previous episodes, don't understand that I'm still not sure if I'm dead or alive. But I have established I don't care because I like it either
Yeah,
way.
you'll just wake up again.
No
in the
one
same
can
seat.
hear you, Benjamin. Please. Turn
You'll just wake up in the same seat where you are now, right from where you left off. You won't know what happened.
Benjamin, the camera's
You'll
on you now.
you'll just contribute it to one of your disassociative moments. You'll just be like, oh, I disassociated for about an hour or so. Yeah, just a reboot. You just rebooted. You died. You reboot.
That's abnormal. You act like not like fucking my normal day at work, dude. When I go on autopilot, I've been keeping track more and more lately of my dissociative abilities. I'm just gonna go with abilities. I don't know what the fuck to call it, but dude, I go into autopilot, but it's kind of bad every now and then because let's say it goes, your call has been forwarded to, but the last thing I clicked was no answer, like it was busy or something like that, just so they understand. Well, I'll stay on that button. And so it'll be now usually I'm lucky and I'll just hit answering machine over and over again. Even if it's busy, I'll just hit answering machine. And sometimes I don't even let it ring the whole way because my brain is lost in a world that is not this world. And I'm sorry, but that's the only way I can express it. And no one, unless you... hang on, let everyone see this. Please point the camera down. Yeah, click. Yeah, that's me. And if your mic was on, they'd be able to hear it, dumbass. All right, enough. Yeah, fuck off. All right. So literally, I'm going through most of my day, and I'm literally thinking, man, okay, let me give you an idea. Oh God, this is gonna be weird. Okay. Let's say I accidentally click, let's say they call in and they need service and repair with our company, not our parent company, but our company. But then when I click our wrap up and I say, oh, they clearly just needed our parent company. Oops. Oh, they needed us. Now, my brain pauses and it stops and it goes into the world of, God, Ben, I want you to listen to this because I'm dead fucking serious. This is literally my brain. Okay. So I go into this other universe where, okay, I have now given the wrong coding for this call. What happens if they now reach out to me and call me out on this and I get in trouble for it? What am I going to say to them? What bullshit am I going to have to come up with that makes them understand? What or what reality do I need to tell them that will keep me out of? And then my brain spirals even further and it goes into, okay, what if I do get in trouble? What if they're not okay with that? What if? I go into the what if game. And so I get so sucked into this reality that I'm just clicking. I hear your call has been forwarded to. Your call has been. I'm just clicking my mouse, dude. I am completely gone in that moment. And I've measured the time. It's been 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. I'm gone. And it's terrifying because I've tried. David's a psychology major. Sorry, I shouldn't have used his name, but you know who I'm talking about. And he's above us. And he knows exactly what I'm talking about when I explain to him. He started calling me. He's like, oh, that sounds like trauma. It sounds like this and that, probably when you're all younger. And I'm sitting there thinking, all right, you know what? I'm just going to fucking tell him, like, okay, well, you're dead spot on, but you have no idea the kind of trauma I went through. But you're absolutely right. And I'm so glad that someone, that's why I love our company, man. I know you can be stressed out sometimes and I know it can get to you, but this company is the most honest company I have ever been with in my life. And even if they aren't always on the same page logically, like they're just like following company order because robotic shit works, or at least they believe so. Like, dude, you know, they give a fuck. You know what I mean? Mute your mic,
It's a lot more than other companies I've worked with for sure, especially ones with unions. Like it was, like Kroger was just a fucking mess. Here it's like they care about you. They try to go their mile or whatever at least, but sometimes it's enough, sometimes it's not. I think it really just depends on who you have as a coach and who has your back. Rather, it just depends on the person. Because some coaches will, make you do A, B, and C. Some will just take over and be like, all right, yeah, I'll handle this for you. No big deal. Carry on, go do your work. But I think it's just based on the person who you're paired with, really.
Dude, I'm sorry. I just gotta say this. I just got an update from the Francescas. Apparently, she's allowed to wear headphones while she works on the aeroplanes now. Yay. Hey, man. What the fuck are you talking about wrapping it up, you cunt? You're the one talking about shit.
I'm trying to wrap up, but we keep talking.
No, I don't want to actually wrap it up. Actually, I wanted to finish what I was going to say earlier, and I was going to appreciate the people in my fucking life until you wanted to talk about your own life, which leads into why you should have your own podcast. And I really do believe that you would profit from that. Like benefit, benefit, not profit, maybe, but benefit. But I want to just say, first of all, yeah, we were going to come on and talk about pointless Marvel shit. I think we talked enough about Marvel shit and DC shit. I love that where they're going is where they need to go. And was that another wrap-up sign? You're just going to slam shit on the table now? All right, no, I'm just fucking. Just fuck this shit. Bam. No, I do want to thank some people. Ben, let's start with you. Thank you very much for making me see that people can change. And that every time I've given second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 100th chances to someone, even one person means that it matters. So thank you. And you know what happened when you changed? You are now helping other people. And you know that. Look, I need people to see your face. Please, you are helping other people. Are you not?
Yeah, I am.
You are. So now you have taken up the mantle. Okay? And that's all I've wanted to do forever and ever. And very rarely I get to help someone. So thank you. And I do want to thank, even though Zach and Michael will, if there is a hell, burn there easily. But sadly, I don't believe in hell. They're just going to die, unfortunately, and not suffer. They're just going to enjoy their lives miserably and think that they're right. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I know. Look, it took a bunch of idiots and a few smart people, you, Francesca, Brandy, Zach, Michael, my mom. It took a lot of people to smack me in the face at once. But then it took me to get back into reality, and I'm so grateful for that. So I just hope that all of them, as good or bad as they want to be, because it doesn't matter what they're doing now, it's their choice. And we know the choices they're making right now. But I really hope that, well, just try to make the best decisions and be the best you that you can be. Like my dad said, if you want to be a ballerina, I don't care. Be the best damn ballerina you can be. Now, that doesn't mean go out and be the best murderer you can be or be the best psychopath or drug addict you can be. No. Do something good for yourself and then spread it to others. Because that's what they did to me. But some of them are forgetting to do it for themselves.
Yeah.
So, Ben, you want to wrap? You know what? I'm going to just say the title. This is Thought Bubble Podcast with us. And you can email us at thoughtbubblepodcastwithus@gmail.com. And Mr. Producer, why don't you go ahead and unmute your mic and wrap this shit up?
Yeah, I would say right now, oddly enough, it took me until I moved out to where I could find something that I'm passionate about, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is clearly not camera space because
right.
you love putting your arm in front of. No,
I
it's
do.
all good.
But it's just, it took me a while. When I was younger, I was interested in it in college. It didn't work out in college, but there's another way to go to where you can still start and still be on the correct level. But it's just, that's going to take money right now. But once that hurdle
Time.
and time. But once the money
will come though.
right,
So
right,
It takes time.
yeah, it takes time. But once the money comes, it's just like, okay, just do it right the first time. You don't have to pay for another test. But it's just, so I'm glad that I'm able to train other people and practice that, because then that gets me prepared for what I am going to have to deal with when I train complete strangers or other people. But I am glad that Finn and John are both taking it seriously. That actually makes me feel amazing, because I know I'm not wasting my time.
Yes.
Because I could go there by myself, do my thing, be done in half the time, and be like, all right, time to go home, do what I want. But it's like I spend that extra time and I make sure they do it right, because if you do it wrong and you're trained by the wrong person, you can get hurt, you can have injuries, you can suffer through all the surgeries and stuff. And there's even popular bodybuilders out there who may have done their form a little bit wrong, and then now they have a bicep tear because they've been training in that wrong range of motion for so long. And so you just have to be very careful and very knowledgeable about what you're doing, because it also affects the way you look. If you're doing one movement to focus on, let's say, your back area, but you're activating your biceps because your hand position isn't right, then that affects you. That affects how you look. And it's like, well, if that's what you're trying to accomplish, you need to be careful about what you're doing.
All right. I think what Mr. Wrap Up wanted to say is he's definitely going to be doing a podcast soon. I mean, dude, this guy's got shit to say, all right? And even I'll sit on it. And just to verify that he's telling the truth, I will be there, because no, he's pretty educated. He is. I like what he has to say. And he's got two people that give a fucking shit about what he's got going on for them. So if we're lucky, Mike, we're getting double feedback. If we're lucky, we will hear from him Tuesday night.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe not this next week, but
Yeah.
you know, talk to some people, figure out what they think about it. Got to get consent,
Right, yeah.
but that'll be interesting. I'm telling you, man, got to come up with it. You got this. I believe in you. You have a lot to say, and you never got to talk. And this dude, you always go to that topic. And have you ever considered, like, have you ever even thought about that? Like, just taking over, like, it being yours. I'm dead serious. Go ahead. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I have thought about it, but I just have to be prepared and
I think you're almost ready, man.
I Yeah. think
you're in the prepared stagedness. I really do.
yeah, I just have to find time to do it, which I can, but
Honestly, you know how I came up with this? I thought about it while we were dead serious. I just sat around. I was like, dude, I always wanted to get this serious. Let's build it. Build it, they will come. You know, if you build it, they will come. Well, you know what? I don't give a shit if it's one person, two persons, 8 persons. I don't give a fuck. It's persons. But they like you. And you have a lot to say. So I would consider that. I'm just saying, like, just think about it while you're working, while you're on, you know, like, just whenever. I don't know. Throw an idea together, try it out. If it doesn't work, you can always delete it.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. You got some. I mean, you got work down. That's good.
Right.
I know you can do better because you have done better. But I just hope that's not like a what I'm worried about is that it's like a I don't like my job situation where it's
No,
like
it's,
I'm
I
just,
know I have to put up with the things I have to put up with, but it's not that I hate my job. It's just, I'm, like I said, when I was thinking about the future, like, it's just, it's, I'm getting used to the fact that I have to wait longer for what I want to happen. And so that's helped because I'm more at peace with my job that I have. Because before I was like, oh, I just moved out. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. But now I've learned to slow down and I know that it takes time. So
yeah. And you know, I've had to. I mean, you're not the only one, dude. I mean, I know I've only been doing this specifically for about 2 years, and I've only been really human for how long? Not long. Yeah, but you know, it's all coming back and rushing forward, and it's becoming easier and easier for me. So I know I might be pushing you forward too much, but I just want to tell you, dude, your potential is so there that it's like, I can't wait to see it happen. But you have so much to offer. And I know we are both legally high off of Delta 10, but I'm telling you, you're a good person. And I can't wait to see what you have to offer. I can't wait to see what happens with Finn and John. Like, I really can't. I can't wait. Like, that's exciting to me because they don't listen to me.
right,
So knowing that they're listening to someone who's helping them
right.
is all I want. And go for it. Yeah.
yeah, no, that nailed it perfectly. I have a lot of thinking to do. I have to plan everything, but I'm down for it. It's just I want to do like
I'm down for it.
I want to do my research just to make sure I'm on par because
Well, you got to be careful.
Right,
'cause
right.
You have their lives and your,
Right,
you know, their
yeah.
their health and.
right because
Yeah.
I do my research and I realized, oh, even I was lifting wrong and at a certain point, and I've changed the way I've
Well, and things change.
right,
you know,
and
like,
there's new science
yeah,
out, because
no one ever taught me the way you taught me.
right,
And even I felt it the minute you showed me bend your arms. I was like, wait, what? Oh. I was
yeah,
like, yeah, immediately I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I feel that now. Right where you told me to. All right,
so
man.
yeah, so this is the Thought Bubble podcast with us, with the producer. and Anthony.
So, oh, wait, of course.